So for those of you who don't know, the Biden administration cracked down on what's called PFAS. They're the cancer-causing forever chemicals. And that's kind of a big deal, right? You got all this talk about RFK Jr. and Make America Healthy Again and stuff. And what did Trump decide to do? Amid series of rapid-fire policy reversals, Trump quietly withdraws proposed limits on PFAS. In other words, he's siding with the cancer-causing forever chemicals. I think the thing that's going to drive me most crazy in the Trump era is how all the Trump meat riders will ignore every story like this. They won't comment on it because they can't comment on it, because if they did, they'd have to condemn it and say this is fucking horrible. So what they'll do is www.shh.com. Is Joe Rogan going to talk about this? Are any of the MAGA so-called comedians going to talk about this? No. They've all hitched their wagon to MAGA. So now, whenever he does anything bad, don't bring it up. Just don't bring it up. That's it. And here we are. And nobody's out there telling you the truth. And by the way, I don't want to let the Democrats off the hook because they're not going to talk about this either. And it's like, you could have such a well-oiled machine of resistance to Trump's insanity if you just gave a shit and knew what to focus on and what to hammer home. This is top of the list, y'all. Top of the list. All right, let's go here. Amid a flurry of actions curtailing Biden's environmental policies, the administration of newly inaugurated President Trump this week withdrew a plan to set limits on toxic PFAS chemicals in industrial wastewater. The draft rule, which the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency sent to the White House for review in June, was seen as a precedent-setting move by reducing allowable discharges of, that's the PFAS, I don't even want to try to pronounce how you say those chemicals officially, a class of chemicals that have been linked to an array of health problems. Quote, "It is abundantly clear that this action was taken to benefit the chemical industry, and every American will suffer for it," said Kyla Bennett, Director of Science Policy at the watchdog group Public Employees for Environmental Responsibility. PFAS contamination is already a national health crisis, and this will force states to try and fill the regulatory void left by the EPA's failure. Now, by the way, there's been a lot of talk. There's an increase or uptick in cancer in young people, for example, and a lot of the speculation is, hey, these forever chemicals are a big problem. They're a big part of the problem. They could be causing a cadre of health issues. Roll back the regulations. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Side with the chemical companies, because that's what he does. This is what everybody needs to understand. He is the least anti-establishment president of all time. He is the most pro-establishment. He's going to do whatever Wall Street wants, whatever the military-industrial complex wants, whatever the health insurance companies want. He's going to do whatever the chemical companies want. This is who this guy is. This is who this guy is. He takes money from them, from their lobbyists, and he does their bidding, as he virtue signals like he's, standing up and fighting for America first or whatever. The decision to withdraw the draft rule came as Trump issued an executive order to freeze any new federal regulations pending review. Though the initial rule would have applied to only about 13 facilities, almost 30,000 industrial sites have been identified as potential sources of PFAS in the environment, including drinking water sources, according to a 2021 analysis of EPA data by the nonprofit Environmental Working Group. And the EPA itself has identified more than 120,000 facility sites around the U.S. where the agency says people may be exposed to PFAS. The proposal's withdrawal is a devastating setback that not only delays establishing critical federal standards, but also sends a dangerous message, giving polluters a green light to continue poisoning our water and communities without fear of consequence. It's an unconscionable betrayal of the public's health in favor of corporate interests. Hey, RFK Jr., any thoughts on this? I'm going to keep America healthy again, bro. I'm all about the science, bro. I'm all about protecting the environment, bro. And did something go on? New phone, who dis? They're all hacks. They're all political hacks. They're all charlatans. It drives me crazy. Now, by the way, so you have the Biden administration crack down on the PFAS, right? You know who else banned PFAS? Tim Walz in Minnesota. In a world that made sense, where Joe Rogan was an honest person who told the truth, he would have given Biden tremendous credit for this policy. He would have loved Tim Walz, right? Remember, he's a RFK lover. Joe Rogan is. And this is the shit RFK used to talk about all the time. Oh, they're poisoning the water. He would give Biden credit, he would give Tim Walz credit, and he would be shitting on Trump relentlessly. But no, hitched his wagon. Now he's got to be dishonest. He's got to be a loyal little sycophant. And that's why, by the way, just so you know, now this is why Rogan came out recently. He was like, who, me, bro? I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. There's some good ideas on the Republican side. There's some good ideas on the Democrat side, bro. I mean, I'm open-minded, bro. I see both sides, bro. Why would he come out and say that? You just interviewed Trump, gave him a hot stone massage, interviewed J.D. Vance, gave him a hot stone massage. Every week there's a new robber baron billionaire who comes on your program and lies to your face and everybody's face, and they all love Trump. You went to the fucking inauguration, you endorsed him, and now all of a sudden, I'm not even all that political, bro. Why are you doing that, Joe? We all know why. Because you caught wind of some of these horrific executive orders and you can't defend them. And this is your way of slowly tiptoeing away. He won't be honest. He won't come out and say, yeah, when Trump did a crypto meme coin scam on his own supporters, that was fucked up. Shook his supporters down to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. I'm against that. He won't do that. He won't directly call out the executive orders like Trump signing one that raises drug prices or green-lighting more corruption in the cabinet. He won't talk about any of that. None of it. He won't talk about this. Him siding with cancer-causing chemicals and rolling back regulations to crack down. He won't say a fucking word about it. But this is his way of, it's the, oh, fuck. I see some things that are not good here. Let me show you. Me, bro, I'm above the fray. I'm like in the middle and stuff, bro. You're not fucking fooling anybody. And now you own it. Now you own it. All of you own it. All of you own it. Democrats, where are you? You better fucking hammer away on this. Media, where are you? You better hammer away on this. It's driving me crazy how all the things to focus on and hammer away on are laid out for you, crystal clear, right in front of you. And so many of them are swinging and missing. And unfortunately, that's why a lot of you guys got to come here. Pointing out the things that matter, like, hey, they just gave a green light to more cancer-causing chemicals. Seems like a big deal, doesn't it? Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.